This is how I made Catnap and Dogday, both beloved characters from Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. So first I'm going to go over their head because if you really look at it, it's the same thing for both, just Dogday's is smaller by a little bit, but it's okay. And Dogday did just only take me, I think, 2 days to make, while Catnap took 4. So you could see from their face that this is my little, what's it called? Little patterns. So this is the top of the mouth, which I actually scaled this down for Dogday. I just threw it away. But for Catnap, you could see that probably fits, like, perfectly in there. Yep, so that's the top of the mouth. So if you want to get a good look at that. But then if you want to make the mouth, which all I did was that, make the top of it just like that, so like that kind of. So maybe cut out that shape and split it like that. However far you want like the top of the mouth to go out. So what I did was I mostly used this foam, which this is the purple fleece I used. I got this from Hobby Lobby. I just said I wanted purple fleece, which I don't have the black fleece on me, which I used for the toes, the mouth, and the little eyes. Mouth and eyes for both of them. But the foam I cut, which you can see like where went out. All you need to do is like a rectangle, and then what you do is for the rectangle, you bend it here to connect. You take a rectangle, like a long rectangle, and you go like this, and then make it go all the way around, and then cut out a little indent right here for where the nose would be. I made the nose out of leather. And then for the top, make a rectangle go in like that, and then another rectangle go in like that, which you can see how big it is. So it's like a pretty big rectangle. And hot glue it there, and basically make the face first. So a big rectangle here, big rectangle here. This I used cardboard out of, which I don't know if you could see, but the middle part of the mouth is deeper. So it was, because it was more flexible using cardboard than this. And obviously, if you're going to make a plush, you're going to need some, which I used, you're going to need some stuffing. I used this, which actually that's new because I needed more for Dogday, because I used a whole bag of that for my Catnap. And then, but when you put on the purple fleece, which the whole face should be hot gluing, except for the back should be sew. So when you hot glue stuff, make sure it comes off the back so you could still sew this back on. And then you need to make a hole in the back for the neck. So we're going to be going on to the body of Catnap next. For now, all I did was, for Dogday, is I had a big, a big half oval. I did it like that, and then cut out like a little smaller oval. And I did make the stitches a bit messier for Dogday because I thought it'd be like a cool design because you could see all the stitching on him. Which for Catnap, you can't really see it, but whatever. So most of the details I did were mostly sewed. So like this arm is like a simple rectangle, and then with like a little slant for this longer one. And then I hot glued the hands in, which is a pretty simple shape, which I cut in the middle. Then I just hot glued that on. Same thing with this arm. And then, oh yeah, I made like the leather straps where he stuck up like that. And then I also made the belt he had. And then the zipper was pretty easy, just gray felt, which this guy is actually complete felt. Because, I don't know if you see my project, but I don't really live near a Hobby Lobby. The only reason I got purple fleece for Catnap was because I was at a soccer tournament for my brother. Then on the back, it's just the same. For the back of the head for Dogday, I actually tried to sew it, but ended up hot gluing it because I didn't add enough plush back here. Because that's what I messed up on. I was going to sew the back, but I forgot to add the layer intruding out like I did for Catnap. So it ended up turning out not as good as I wanted it to. The front side is good, don't get me wrong. Same thing I did for Catnap's face though, because I have like the little leather nose, the little indent kinda. Same thing with the foam and then cardboard. Then the sun pendant is pretty easy, which I actually made it look like a zipper and just hot glued it right there. And then for the bottom, like the only thing you'll need stuffing for is the arms, the body, and the other arm. And then the back of the head. This is kind of plushy, or plush. For the eyes, I just did a white circle with a dot. Same with Catnap's. But that's my Dogday. Pretty simple design, and if you're pretty good at sewing and hot gluing, like you're not messy with it, like as you could see, I'm still somewhat messy. But when you look at the character, that's not the first, sorry, my knee. But that's not the first thing you see, if it'll focus. Like when you look at him, you may see like the white down here, but you really have to look for the hot glue, in my opinion. Catnap, I did a pretty good job on controlling the hot glue because I wanted Catnap to be perfect. So, let's move on to Catnap. For Catnap's body, it was a pretty simple shape. I did this little, like, back piece for this part back here. Then I did this front piece, which, as you can see, the spikes, or the spines, I should say, didn't really show up. Which I can't really match it because the arms and legs are in the way. But you can see the spikes where they were supposed to be did not show up. And then, all I did was sew this part off. I sewed this whole thing, but the thing is that if you want to make a tail, but the tail is a pretty simple shape. The tail I should have made longer, but I sewed the tail into it, and I'll tell you why I did hot glue on the legs somewhat. But if you really look, I did take my time to sew the legs in. The legs, I didn't actually do they're a little muscular for Catnap because he's a bit skinny. So I would take a good look on how I did the legs, because I don't actually have a pattern. Okay, now you took a screenshot or something. This is if you want to make him. But for the feet, I took this simple design and put it like that, which I made the foam a little bit bigger. And then for the claws, I did a black triangle and folded it over. Black fleece. It looks horrible from the bottom. But then I just hot glued a little... Sorry, Catnap fell. I just hot glued a little, like, purple fleece around it and hot glued that to the foot. The foot is probably the easiest thing to do, but if you're messy with hot glue, like as you can see where I am, it won't turn out the best. Especially from the bottom view. Now, the tail I made, I bet you guys will probably make it longer, but whatever. Underneath Catnap, I added a zipper. In the foam, this is made out of foam, which I probably should have just glued the this kind of gold material. I don't know, but it like got all over my room when I cut it. But it looks like that from the backside. Got this from Hobby Lobby too. Actually, I got this from Hobby Lobby. This, which I think this bag... Oh, Michael's. I haven't gotten a thing from Michael's. I don't know why. Oh, felt, probably. And then I got that from Hobby Lobby. But you could get that anywhere. But this purple zipper I just got, yeah, did the moon charm kind of messy. All I did was put a hole in the top using the hot glue gun and then Sharpie. Then I just hot glued into it and put like the zipper in it. Now that's that. And now, well, actually, I think I'm done kind of explaining it. Which I never thought once about taking like in between pictures of these guys. Like, I'm stupid. Oh, this. I forgot to talk about this. If you are going to sew it in the direction you want it. Because I hot glued that part like that in the back leg like that. Because it used to go in like that, and that bothered me. So I had to hot glue it so it pointed more towards the center. And I pointed that one out. But also another thing is that Poppy Playtime came out with their official Catnap plush for $44, I think. Not including tax. Which actually, if you want to put in the time to make Catnap and Dogday, it will take time, and if you want to, it won't take a day. No sewing project takes a day unless it's minuscule. Like Cupcake up there. Whoops, that's where I put all my kind of props. But whatever. No project will take a day, but I have to estimate that this guy came out to maybe $20 I spent on Purple Fleece, which Purple Fleece was like 10. That foam, I actually got on a deal, so it was like 5 or something crazy. No, wait, no, it was like 25 maybe. So basically almost half the price about what the official Catnap plush is. So if you want to save money and you're good at sewing and hot gluing and all that stuff and you're good at crafts, make Catnap. But also, I would want you to check out Sly Pie's video on how he made it, because he did a really good job on explaining it. And he's like, well, I mean, like a pro YouTuber. Like, all my videos, I've always looked up to him since like 2016 is when I found him, which was the beginning of his channel. And I know you guys are like, probably maybe just found him or have known him since like 2019, 2020. But I've been an OG subscriber, which this account is actually new, the LOOOOOK Plush Productions account. I made this account just for this channel, but I have another channel which I have had since I was little, basically. So yeah, this is how to make Catnap and Dogday. Now my room is kind of a mess from all this. Oh, I never showed out the ear. The ear was just sewed. Like, make it pointy and it'll round out. Yeah, that's simple. That's the only thing I didn't show. And then all this is my things for other plushies. A whole bunch of other patterns. Oops, hit a drumstick. But yeah, that's how to make Catnap and Dogday. So, like and subscribe right below the video. If you haven't subscribed, consider it. And if you have, thank you so much. I will be making more videos, obviously, because I kind of treat this as a job, even though I don't even get money. But that would make me really happy if I started getting money. And if you really love my videos, spread this channel to all your friends that love Five Nights at Freddy's plushies and Poppy Playtime for my Poppy Playtime series. But also, if you have any video ideas, leave it in the comments below. Because I have a lot of YouTube videos to create, but I'd love to do some of your creations. I would love to make some of your creations because I know it would make you guys happy. So, peace out.